Listen, don't let 90,000 hours of work over your lifetime, which is the average amount that people work per year, lead you to $0. What up, you got Mr. Smith, 0.5 of Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And in this brief video, I want to talk about two things. First, just valuing the work that you put in. You see, most people go to work every day, even if you're working virtually due to the circumstances. Most people work throughout their life an average of 90,000 hours. But most people retire broke or die dead broke because they didn't do certain things that could have positioned them for wealth. So the question is, why are you working so many hours throughout your life and not to have a dime to show for it? Yeah, I understand money ain't everything, but I promise you, if you didn't have access to it, your life would be a whole lot different. So it's a tool. It isn't everything, but it's a tool. It's no different than anything else that's a tool. You might not need it all the time, and it might not work on every screw. But I guarantee you, when it is time to use that particular tool, you go straight to it because it helps you get the job done. And money is a tool that's used very often, a lot more than, you know how much you use money. So I ain't even got to go into that. So money is a tool, but you got to understand how to use the tool. Otherwise, the tool uses you or the system uses you because you've been working all your life and you haven't put anything into yourself. So the fact of the matter is, we must, as a people, understand the importance of paying ourselves first, because it makes no sense for us to work so long and not have anything to show for it, no ownership, no wealth, no investments. And this is another thing. And when I heard these numbers, it kind of blew my mind. I was like, you know what? That's most families. That's most families. Now, I talked about 90,000 hours that most individuals work throughout their life. This is a whole nother concept, but it flows right in. And here's what I mean. That's just you working the 90,000 hours, over the course of your lifetime. However, that's your generation. Your parents probably did the same thing, worked about 90,000 hours. Mother and father or just the individual. Then their parents probably did the same exact thing, worked at least 90,000 hours. And the question is, were you born into a wealthy family? So we got over 100 years of work, meaning if you worked 10 years out of your life, but your mother did 30, your grandparents did 30, and their parents did 30 years, that's 100 years of work being done. But if you wasn't born into a wealthy family, then somebody dropped the ball along the way. So 100 years of work and no wealth is a problem with that. And we gotta take the stance and say, you know what? I didn't come from a wealthy family, but a wealthy family will come from me. See, if you wasn't born rich, that's not your fault. But if you die and you're not wealthy and you had the years and the capabilities and the mental capacities and everything that was necessary to be able to do it, that is your fault. Especially if you've seen this video of any of our other content, because you are aware of what's possible. It's just up to you to act on certain things that can lead you to that direction. So we can't let 90,000 hours go down the drain. We can't let what happened before us, meaning that the parents didn't put anything in place to make it to where you were born in a wealthy family. We can't let that duplicate. You must get wealthy and really understand the worth in the work that you're putting in, because it's almost like you're taking it for granted. You're using it to just buy the things you want for the present, but what about beyond you? You want to put some things in place that outlive you, so you can have a sense of immortality from a wealth standpoint and just leave the future people coming behind you in a better place. It's like a relay race, and I close out with this. If you're on the team and you're running a relay race, and let's say it's 4 runners, that first runner strikes out. They usually pick a particular type of runner that knows how to, get the ball running right off the bat. So they take it, and the baton gets handed off to the second runner. The goal is to leave that person behind you in the best place possible, so they're likely to win against the person that they're in line up with. The better you leave the individual behind you, the more likely you're able to win as a team. So you got to look at it like that. What you do, I mean, your parents handed you the baton wherever they were. Sometimes some people started at ground zero, some people started in negative. I'm not sure where you were, but you were handed the baton. Now it's your goal to run the race, and when you hand the baton to your children, if you have some, now they're able to start from a place a lot better than where you started. And that's my mission, that's my goal, and I'm already doing some things to make sure that my kids start off in a different place. But I encourage everybody to take that same mentality. Otherwise, you work 90,000 years throughout the duration of your life. You got hundreds of years of work prior to you, but zero wealth. We got to stop that and hope this video sparks something within you. Let us know below if you plan to break the generational curse, or if you are already born into a wealthy family and what I'm saying is irrelevant. But most people were not. So let me know down below where you stand in terms of, you know what, enough is enough. A wealthy family I didn't come from, but a wealthy family will come from me. And no more working countless hours without having anything to show for it. Start small, start where you are. We always keep some free resources down below that you can click, get access to, that can grow your wealth, your credit, your investments, the whole 9 yards. Holla at me. Until the next video, Mr. Smith signing out.